This is Al Jazeera.
Hello, I'm Sami Zeidan. This is the News Hour live from Doha. Coming up in the next 60 minutes, I'm Sami Zeidan, and this is Al Jazeera live from Nurdağ in Turkey. 1 month ago, a tremor hit this area where I'm standing now, sending lives, economies, and politics into turmoil. Now, Donald Trump is about to make history by becoming the first former US president to face criminal charges. There he is, a historic scene. A former US president, technically under arrest. In a situation like this, of course, things are not always immediately very clear, but it's important for us to try and be a little bit as forensic as possible. So first of all, do we have any idea who was firing?
They don't know.
Do you have any regrets about threatening the International Court of Justice judges and prosecutors with sanctions? Something the ACLU said, quote, the National Security Advisor is trying to intimidate judges and prosecutors by treating them like drug traffickers.
I think the ICC is illegitimate. I've believed that for many years, and I've written about that at great length. Perhaps you'll quote me instead of the ACLU.
Well, you didn't mind quoting the ACLU, sir, when you referred to it in a tweet of June 16th, 2020, saying, please see the ACLU statement on my upcoming book release. Is the ACLU only worth quoting when it defends your book and not when it's defending the rights of what it says are victims of torture in Afghanistan who require accountability?
I think, yeah, you know, this has been interesting, and we've had the half an hour that I promised, and I was glad to do it.
Okay, let me ask you a critical question about Yemen. Yemen's foreign minister recently said Iran is smuggling arms to Houthi militias and it's destroying Yemen. Are you arming the Houthis?
They don't need anybody's arms to defend themselves.
But are you sending?
They will defend themselves.
Okay, you are a very patient diplomat, so although I've asked you the question 3 times, I'm sure you'll be patient enough for a 4th one. Are you arming the Houthis, though?
I think the Houthis have the capability to arm themselves. You see, we cannot...
People will take away, Minister, the fact that you
something.
didn't answer, people will take away from that maybe you are. I want you to give us the first post-Islamic conversion rap of Loon live here in Al Jazeera. Do you think it was right to invade Iraq?
What I think is right is to give the people of Iraq the opportunity to have a life they didn't have before.
But you're not answering my question, General Colville. Do you think back then the right decision was made to invade the country?
Well, Sam, what I tell you is people will debate that for another 20 or 30 years.
Will you accept aid from India, sir?
They have offered help. The political leadership is considering it.
Well, what does that mean? Why does it take so long to consider? You need help, they're offering help.
We have not rejected it yet.
But why is it, this is a common complaint from people who are suffering, why is it taking so long to make decisions which to many seem so simple and clear?
That's a great question.
Well, that's another really excellent question, Sami.
What a great question.
Good question. Well, Sami Zeidan's joining us now from southern Turkey. He's in a helicopter with government officials as they distribute aid. Sami.
It's a very tense situation here. This is another village. We're not exactly sure what the conditions are. We know these people have been hit by an earthquake. All right, we're on the ground now, Rob. We're on the ground now. The military are taking the boxes, but we're looking for the people. What happened to the villagers? What happened to the people living here? Okay, here we are. People have made it up. They're shaking hands with the military. They're taking the boxes of aid. This is really an emotionally hard moment because I want to get out and talk to those people, but we have to go. Trapped under the rubble, they decide to film what they believe are their final moments. But this is not the incredible story of their survival, this is the incredible story of their selflessness.
Whoever finds this phone, please help me fulfill my promises to people. Please give Mustafa 2,500 liras and give Ahmed's children, the orphans, 5,000 liras.
What do I do? If I try to be good and legal, no one will be.
Unaware he was being secretly filmed, he claims the illegal practice of passing on the costs of flights and visas to workers is widespread. Talk to Al Jazeera travelled inside a dangerous Syria, rarely visited by foreign journalists these days. We wanted to gauge sentiment to the upcoming peace conference. A little dance, a little fall, and for a moment the world seems right. So did you like the play? How much did you like it? Tender moments born of tragedy as musicians play the theme of Romeo and Juliet. A beautiful story, as Romeo says, is a haze made of the fumes of sighs. Close your eyes and the trauma of earthquakes seems a world away.
You got me there, man. You got me there. You got me there.